Hey everybody, MaxMonty1516 here, back again with the third annual Countdown to Christmas reviews. So today, let's take a look at the Chinese Dragon. So yeah, it has been quite a while since my last Wooden Railway review, and of course that is to be expected with all of my Trackmaster content getting in the way. And I know I still need to finish up that third part of the collection video, which is delayed until next week, because I just haven't had time to work on it. So yeah, anyway, hopefully these will hold you over in the meantime, and I hope you enjoy my Countdown to Christmas reviews for 2019. So anyway, let's go ahead and begin on the Chinese Dragon. Here's the 1996 Chinese Dragon. I don't like it. Let's see here. This thing looks like a Triceratops, first of all. It looks weird. Yeah, it just... There's something about it. There's something off. I just can't really put my finger on what it is, but it's just unsettling, to say the least. But I'm not going to go on a rant on that like I did in the last take of this review. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue. On the side here, we have some nice detail, which I really appreciate. Learning Curve did a good job as usual. And, really, it's just a big yellow block on a big red block. The red here is not a running board. I thought it was a running board as a kid, but it's actually just meant to represent the flatbed. I thought since it was red, I always thought it was a running board. So yeah. But anyway, of course, there's this piece of thread here that's nailed into the spine of the wood, I guess you could say. So yeah, it's pretty tightly in there. I don't think you can really get that out. It appears that it's glued because I can't really pick it up or anything. That might be glued down there. I'm not sure. Yeah, and then of course there's just this end part, and yeah, you can see that comes off the wood right there. So I'm guessing that this in the middle is just glued. I'm surprised that the fabric hasn't, I guess, really just torn or anything during however many years this thing's been existing. But yeah, of course it has this little tail in the back, which I do like that it's movable. I used to play with that as a kid a lot, like just yeah. So yeah, this item's really simplistic, like other 90s Learning Curve items, so I guess we're just gonna leave that one there. Now let's get into a very impressive model of the Chinese Dragon. This is the 2007 Chinese Dragon, which looks much better. First off, let's look here at the face. Wow, that's not scary, at least in my opinion. Yeah, the face actually looks like what we saw on the TV show. It's really impressive that Learning Curve got this right. I'm glad they did, because they also did the same thing on the Take-Along one. So yeah. Now, the tail here actually is molded, and it looks like a tail. It's kind of like a soft plastic. You can't really move it that much, but it can move, but, I wouldn't move it if I were you, just to, I don't know, just don't break it. So, yeah, the flatbed here that it's on is actually white, and it looks like what it does in the actual episode. So, again, I guess you could say that this item, the newer version, is more wide, as you can see here, compared to the other one. And it has detail on the top as well, which is something I really enjoy. It looks much more accurate, in my opinion. So, as you can see here, there's this nail. It's on one side only, as you can see. But the head and neck mechanism here, the head moves up and down, which I think is a really cool feature. Now, what would have really been cool was on the take-along version, you can move the tail and the head would move with it, as you can see. You can't really do that here. But, nevertheless, it's fine. So, I wonder, actually, how big this piece of wood is, because as you can see, there's this big, red and plastic piece at the bottom, that goes, I presume, all the way through to meet up with the neck piece, but I don't know. So, yeah, on the back here, or on the bottom, it's labeled Chinese Dragon, of course. So, it has much more detail than the very simplistic 1996 version. But yeah, overall, this version of Chinese Dragon is really good, and I definitely recommend buying it. So yeah, let's move these two aside, and let's look at this abomination. This is the Thomas and the Dragon 2-pack from Thomas Wood 2019. I don't even know where to begin with this item. It's just... Well, first of all, it's based off of the Season 22 episode, Thomas and the Dragon. Off to a wonderful start with Season 22. But, yeah, let's just go ahead and look at the Thomas model. Nothing really much to say here. It's just a stock standard Thomas. The face is nice, but again, it's just a stock standard face. Really nothing much to say, except, of course, we have some lanterns here, draped over Thomas's side, and we have this, design here on his cab. So, it's kind of simplistic, but I do like the detail that's put in here. So, yeah. The lanterns do look nice, next to Thomas here. Overall, this Thomas is pretty disappointing. Mainly because I would have liked to see maybe a surprise Thomas, or maybe a smirking Thomas even. That would have been nice to see. But maybe more surprised, dealing with the nature of the episode and everything. So, yeah. This technically isn't the Chinese dragon, but I'm going to include it because it is a Chinese dragon. So, here it is. It's in its flatbed right now. So, this actually does look a lot like the one in the episode that we see. The flatbed, of course, has red wheels, even though I would have preferred black, which is actually realistic and, like, I don't know. Would have been more accepted, probably. But, yeah, we have this thing, and we have the dragon here. Now, it feels like it's made of vinyl. I could be wrong, or maybe a soft plastic, but it feels more like vinyl to me. Kind of weird. There is some nice detail here, like on the face and everything. They have the eyes here, with no pupils for some reason. And then, of course, have some scales, and, of course, these ridges on the back here. So, of course, it also has the drapes on the bottom, which is really cool. Now, something that's really cool is that the dragon, for those who don't know, multiple people will have their heads poking up out of the cloth here, because the cloth goes over multiple people. So, what Mattel did was pretty cool, and what they did is that you can have folding legs. Yeah. So this dragon can actually kind of walk, and you can look at it and say, oh, look, there's people under there. So this dragon actually looks like it just has 4 legs. It looks like a really weird dog, to be honest. But, yeah, it also stands up in the flatbed, too, just like that. Yeah, I like that detail, and I was not expecting that, because I bought it, and I'm like, whoa, what's this? And then I realized, oh, it's legs. So that's pretty cool. Overall, this 2-pack is pretty cool, because I like that it ties in with an episode, but overall, it really doesn't do it for me. It's pretty disappointing, and to be honest, I would not recommend it. Definitely, if you want a Chinese dragon, definitely get the 2007 version, and not this, 1996 version. So, yeah, I have quite a few things to say about the Chinese dragon, as you can tell by the video length. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Max Monty 1516, signing out.